My name. It's Nannearl Blackshear, and those who are feeling courageous can try to say my full name, which is Nannearl, but otherwise I go by Nan by everybody who knows me. And I work for the Department for the Aging in an area called Aging Connect. Now, you may hear people on the street refer to us as DFTA, DFTA. I give you full permission. The commissioner gives you full permission to correct them and say, oh no, they go by NYC Aging now. So no more DFTA, please. So what we're going to do is to try to quickly go over the many programs and services offered by NYC Aging to New York's older adults and their caregivers. These programs and services are offered through contracted case management services, community-based organizations, as well as through our over 300 older adult centers located throughout the 5 boroughs. You'll hear me say that number quite often during this presentation. So if you didn't remember anything, you would know that NYC Aging has over 300 older adult centers. And so we're going to do an overview of what the Department for the Aging is all about. We will go into the programs and services, the resources, and then we will finish it up with being connected. So hold on to your hats, and hopefully you'll find this all very informative. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't first tell you what the mission of the Department for the Aging. NYC Aging works to eliminate ageism and to ensure the dignity and the quality of life of diverse older adults, and for the support of their caregivers through services, advocacy, and education. NYC Aging partners with local organizations to provide services. We also provide volunteer resources as well as older adult employment services, Elder Justice Unit, our Grandparent Resource Center, our Foster Grandparent Program, and so much more. But first, I thought it would be kind of cool to talk a little bit about the history of the Department for the Aging. In 1968, the Mayor's Office for the Aging created a 3-year project. The office conducted groundbreaking research on the needs of urban older adults, and it opened 4 service sites and then pioneered a half-fare transit program. Now, as you can see here, I got a little bit ahead. I went straight to New York City, but on a federal level, in 1965, the Older Americans Act was created, and that's how the nationwide aging network was created. Now, when I say nationwide, this network is known as AAAs, and the Department for the Aging, which we will later be called, was one of them. And I just want you to know that as a little tidbit, in terms of all of the AAAs throughout the United States, the New York City Department for the Aging is the largest AAA in the country. Okay, so that was 1968. In 1973, the office became a part of the National Area Agency on Aging. In 1975, through an amendment of the New York City Charter, the Mayor's Office for Aging became the New York City Department for the Aging. And the department's first commissioner was Alice M. Brophy, who had headed the Mayor's Office for the Aging since its creation in 1968. During the 80s, during that time, came a new commissioner. Her name was Janet Sainer. And during her time period, she developed a lot of programs. Some of those programs included intergenerational work study programs, senior centers, as they were called then, health programs. The first Alzheimer's disease counseling service was created, and it was also what was created was City Meals on Wheels, and the nonprofit arm for the Department for the Aging, which is Aging in New York Fund. Now, during the 90s, NYC Aging launched a few of our programs. One of them is, as you can see on the diagram, is HICAP, which stands for Health Insurance Information, Counseling, and Assistance Program. We'll get into more about what that is later in my presentation. We're also the first municipality to create a grandparent resource center. This is for grandparents who are becoming parents again. Later on, we'll talk about that. And also during the 90s, the New York City Human Resources Administration, HRA, transferred its senior centers to the Department for the Aging. And also during that time, NORC oversight begins. The initial stands for Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. Now we're going to move on and out of the 90s and into the new millennium. NYC Aging won the Livable Communities Grant from the Federal Administration on Aging in 2005 for its work with NORCs. Also during that time, it launches Age Friendly NYC. In 2017, new commitments for creating a city for all ages. We also conducted an elder abuse awareness campaign in April 2016. And we were receiving feedback from organizations in the United States and abroad. We were quite active working with the World Health Organization. Also, our Geriatric Mental Health Initiative counseling program was launched in mid-2016. And there was so much more that we did. So that's basically a quick overview. And when I say quick, I mean it's a thimbleful of the history of the Department for the Aging. Here is a listing of our core programs that we offer in terms of for older adults. As mentioned earlier, there are over 300 older adult centers across the 5 boroughs, where with free membership and 60 plus years of age, members can participate in art, music, dance/fitness classes, congregate meals, as well as manage arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure, and more through our NYC Aging Wellness Initiative program. If you or someone you know has a hard time leaving your home or managing daily tasks, help may be a phone call away. Through case management, a trained specialist will determine services to help you remain safely at home. These services may include home delivered meals and/or home care, in-home counseling, and also access to community resources such as friendly visiting and also help managing such tasks as bill paying. Now, our next program, core program, is the Naturally Occurring Retirement Community. Now, there are 2 types of these communities, what we call our classic NORC and what we call our neighborhood NORC. One is vertical, that's the classic NORC, and one is horizontal. I'll probably be discussing that more in detail later on in our presentation. Caregiver support. NYC Aging also has 12 community-based community caregiver programs throughout the 5 boroughs that can provide information and referral, long-term care planning, support groups, counseling, training, respite care. It's just a whole bunch of different things that's offered to older adults that I am pretty sure not everybody is aware of. We also offer transportation services. Now, folks, please, that does not mean we are accessorized. That's a completely different agency. The transportation services that we offer, the NYC Aging has contracts with providers in each of the 5 boroughs. And therefore, those who are 60 years of age and older who need access to transportation. I'll go into more details later. So, just hold on to that because I know people are interested in that. And then, of course, we have our older adult employment program. And this program we felt was very, very important. This is our older adult employment services unit is for residents who are 55 years of age and older. And basically they're trained and given assistance in finding a variety of employment opportunities. Now, also under that is our Silver Stars program, which we offer employment opportunities with NYC government agencies, part-time and temporary work assignments for those city employees who are retired. So that's our Silver Stars program. And then, of course, there's Reserve, which connects retirees 50 years or older to part-time positions that allows them to remain active and serve in their community. Okay, so as you can see here, we offer a wide array of programs and services. What I just talked about was our core programs. And this is a category of the various types of programs that we have listed by topic area. Under community service is our older adult centers, which everybody normally called them senior centers, but NYC Aging, we now use the language of older adult. Under community service is our NORCs and our case management. Under health and well-being is our HICAP program and our geriatric mental health services. Under support services is our in-home care, home delivered meals, caregiver support, and legal support. And under social isolation, we have programs, what we call our friendly programs, which is friendly visiting / voices. And then under intergenerational, we have our foster grandparent program and our grandparent resource center, which you heard me speak of earlier. And in finance, we offer bill payer at the present time, and our older adult employment program, which you just heard me speak about, and our Silver Star program. The first thing we're going to talk about is our naturally occurring retirement community. It offers supportive services and programs to NORCs that are located in the 5 boroughs. NORCs are multi-age housing developments or neighborhoods that were not originally built for older adults, but are now home to a significant number of them. They offer supportive services and programs, providing residents with health and wellness activities, help with benefits and entitlements, and more. There is no application to enter a NORC, since the idea is that the older adults in the community are aging in place. And you heard me speak earlier about horizontal and vertical NORCs. The classic NORC is a vertical NORC, and that could be a housing development or a building where maybe in the 1970s, one moved in and they were in their 20s and 30s and have lived there through the decades, and now they're older adults. You may have mixed ages in this building. The highest percentage of the population in this building are older adults. Now, there's a whole process to get a designation to be a naturally occurring retirement community. Now, that's the classic NORC. The neighborhood NORC, which is the horizontal NORC, is a large community that has large percentage of older adults. Once again, there's a whole bunch of applications for that community to be designated as such, but they do offer the same services as the classic NORC, except now it's in the community. And the neighborhood NORCs, or NNORCs, there are some, like for example, I know there's a neighborhood NORC in Bay Ridge in Brooklyn, as well as in Bedford-Stuyvesant. Okay, and those are two neighborhood norths. Next, we're going to talk about caregiving support. So caring for someone can be stressful. We recognize that you are a caregiver, and being a caregiver is the first step, is getting help. Through caregiver support programs, social workers offer information, referrals, respite, counseling on long-term care options, and more. You can get help if you are caring for someone age 60 and older with Alzheimer's disease or other dementia or a chronic illness. You can also get help if you are 55 years or older, caring for a relative child or an adult with a disability. Now, I'm going into our legal support. Now, legal support is available for older adults without access to other public or private legal aid. Providers assist with issues that involve public benefits, long-term care, consumer, and landlord-tenant issues. Additionally, as you can see at the top, you're probably wondering what TESS stands for. It stands for Tenancy and Eviction Support Services. And TESS provides case assistance / social work assistance to older adults at risk of being evicted. Currently, the program serves only the residents of Brooklyn and Manhattan, but we are seeking to hopefully expand. If you believe you qualify, ask the judge in charge of your case or visit the help center at the courthouse at the time of your hearing for a referral. Only the judge can refer you to this program. Elder justice. This is a topic that's on the lips of many, not just older adults, but it's basically for young and old. NYC Aging partners with a community-based program in each borough to provide elder abuse victims with crisis intervention and safety planning. The programs also help victims compile evidence, work with authorities, and seek compensation through the New York State Office of Victim Services. Additionally, NYC Aging's Elder Crime Victims Resource Center helps older victims of crimes committed by strangers. Crimes can be financial, physical, emotional, and it also can include neglect. The same crimes that are committed in elder abuse cases. Perpetrators who don't know their victims often target them for money through IRS, investment, home improvement, charity, and other types of scams. I know many of you may have received phone calls from the IRS saying that, oh, you're in jeopardy of being an audit. You have to call this number. Or you owe the IRS, you need to get a gift card. If they're telling you to get a gift card, that is always a tip-off of a scammer. They always love to ask for gift cards. So as I was saying, if you know of someone who is a victim, you call 311, or you can call us here at Aging Connect, and there's a telephone number. And don't feel bad if you can't write it down when I say it. I'm going to be telling this number several times throughout this presentation. That telephone number is 212-244-6469. Now, here's another popular topic, transportation. Okay, so as I said before, we are not accessoride. Accessoride is done through the Department of Transportation. What NYC Aging offers, we provide access for transportation for older adults to get to medical or social service appointments. We have a contract relationship with providers in each of the 5 boroughs. This provider is required to provide you with transportation. Additionally, this is a free program. And basically, folks, what I have been telling you so far, everything in terms of programs offered through NYC Aging is free. And as I like to say to my friends, I usually, when I'm joking around, I say, yeah, y'all, this is free 99. Okay, so free, free, free. All right, so in order to participate, you just need to be an older adult, at least 60 years of age or older. As you will find with most of our programs, that is the key number, 60 and older. And in only a few of them, it's a little bit earlier with 55. Okay, you heard me talking about our older adult employment program, as well as our Silver Stars. So the Older Adult Employment Services Unit prepares unemployed, low-income adults age 55 and older for today's job in data processing, customer service, security, sales, administration, home health care, and much more. Participants attend computer, job search, resume writing, and interviewing classes. Job seekers also get on the job training and the opportunity to learn at least the minimum wage. Additionally, retired public servants interested in working part-time with the city can work part-time while still continuing to collect their city pensions. Yes, you heard it here, folks. You can still have your pension and get an additional income by working part-time or working on a project. Okay? You must have worked for the city to qualify for this special program. And for additional information, you can reach out to our Silver Stars, plural, at aging.nyc.gov. We have a bill payer program. And so this is a subcontract that we do with a financial tech, or what we lovingly call fintech company, to assist older adults 60 years and older with their monthly bill paying needs. Please note that the bill payer program does not handle credit card debt cases, provide financial assistance, nor do they make home visits. That was done in the past, but currently we do not do that. If you are curious and you want to learn more, you can reach out to the telephone number listed here, 212-639-9675 for assistance by phone. Our New York City Aging Geriatric Mental Health Program. Actually, that needs to be updated. This is not Thrive anymore. It is through the Mayor's Office of Community Mental Health that we have this initiative, which places mental health clinicians in older adult centers to help with challenging life situations. So basically, clinicians help older adults with situations that may be causing anxiety or depression, and they provide private counseling and referral. So our Friendly Visiting Program is a program also through the Mayor's Office of Community Mental Health. And basically what we do with this program is we match and screen trained volunteers with homebound older adults for weekly visits, phone calls, and virtual group chats. The program helps older adults expand their social circle and share wisdom with new friends. We have volunteers who probably said that they would only sign up for a few months. We have volunteers that have gotten so connected with their older adult that it's gone beyond a few months. It is gone into a year, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's beyond. These programs' purpose is to reduce the feelings of loneliness and isolation. Health insurance information counseling and assistance program, HICAP as we lovingly call it, is a source for reliable information about Medicare Parts A, B, C, and D. You got a question? HICAP is there to answer it. Trained counselors assist also with Medicare supplemental insurance, Medigap, Medicare Advantage, and with applying for extra help programs to cover expenses. We are there, or this unit is there for guidance only. They will not pick a program for you. It's about making you an educated consumer. Grandparents Resource Center, GRC. If you're caring for a grandchild or another young relative, we are here to help you. There are many situations where, for whatever reason, we find grandparents who are now full-time caregivers for their grandchildren and or other young relatives. NYC Aging offers services through our Grandparent Resource Center where they can help the older adult with adjusting to their new role. These supports can include anything or anywhere from helping the older adult obtain SNAP for their charge or legal assistance to adopt their grandchild legally. There are also support group sessions with grandparents to learn from each other. That is just the tip of the iceberg of the services that the Grandparent Resource Center offers. They also have planned activities that they do. It's worth reaching out to if you or you know someone who's a grandparent who is a parent again. Reach out to us for the GRC. Foster Grandparent Program. Well, this is a program which we encourage those who have free time on their hands to basically work with young children. Foster Grandparent Program places low-income older adults in community settings where they can mentor and care for infants and children with special needs. Now, I put an emphasis on low income because this particular program comes with a small stipend. It's one of our only internal programs which uses a volunteer force that has a stipend attached to it. This is a flow chart of Aging Connect. Under Aging Connect, it is a forward-facing unit within the Department for the Aging. And what we do is we connect with you via phone, virtually, and then in some cases in person or through correspondence. So let's take one of the departments on the Aging Connect. New York Connect has hubs in each of the 5 boroughs. We're currently going through an RFI. I think it's only 5. I'm not sure if they're expanding to more, but currently it is 5, 1 in each borough. Now, New York Connects is about providing assistance, particularly if you need long-term care. New York Connect is different, slightly different, in the sense that they offer services if you are 18 years of age or older. This is for those adults who have a disability and may require long-term care, or you're an older adult or a caregiver that is caring for an older adult that needs long-term care. You need resources. New York Connect will try to assist you in terms of providing you with those resources. Next department is our contact center. Our contact center is responsible for calls and correspondence. This is a major hub for our entire agency. When you have a question, even a comment, or anything that you can think of, and you need to make a call, you reach out to the Aging Connect Contact Center. That telephone number is 212-244-6469. It is also known as 212 Aging NYC, if you want to try to remember it without the numbers. Okay, and so we receive phone calls from 8:30 to 5:30 from those who need assistance, whether we are connecting them with our internal units or programs or with our contracted partners. We try to guide older adults or their caregivers who reach out to us to the right direction so that they can receive the resources they so richly need and deserve. And the correspondence aspect of the contact center, now that we receive emails from 311, the mayor's office, as well as through the NYC Aging website. So we get this correspondence, and as a result, we as an agency need to respond within a short number of days in terms of connecting with the caller or the person who is contacting us through 311 or by emailing us. And then lastly is our Special Initiatives Department, which I am a part of. I oversee a team. Part of that team is our public engagement team, to do presentations such as what we are experiencing right now, as well as we go and table special events. If you should have a fair, a block party, a large block party, or any other type of major event that you feel that the public attending could benefit from hearing about our services, we make it our business to try to find staff to attend your event, whether it be from our public engagement unit. And if we can't go, we try to reach out to the agency to see if anyone else is available to try to make sure that NYC Aging is represented there. Also, my team is responsible for the Farmers Market Nutrition Program. The season usually begins during the summer. We work with the New York State Department of Agriculture and Markets. And basically, we are responsible for receiving coupons for all of New York City and distributing them to all of our OACs. OACs, by the way, stands for Older Adult Center, which many people still call Senior Center. And so that they can distribute it to older adults. These coupons are free, but they're like money. Person is entitled to one coupon booklet, which has 5 coupons in it, and each coupon has a value of $5. You can use it to buy fresh produce and herbs at farmers markets located throughout New York City. It is our way of trying to make sure that older adults eat healthy, along with other programs that we do. So that's our Farmers Market Nutrition Program, and we are the largest distributor throughout New York State. They do pay attention to us here. And then finally is our volunteer program. So this is our volunteer program. Our program, I work with our volunteer information specialists to provide volunteers for many of NYC Aging's various units that need volunteers for their various programs and projects. In addition to that, we have something which is called unique opportunities, where we partner with community partners such as City Meals on Wheels, DeRote, the Campaign Against Hunger. Then another recent partner is PAWS, PAWS. That program we recently connected with, where older adults who are home or homebound, who have pets and can't get out to walk them, or having difficulty in terms of keeping them, volunteers are trained to go and assist them with their daily activities in terms of walking the dogs, feeding the dogs, etc. And I say dog, I shouldn't say that. It's not just dogs, it's dogs, cats, whatever types of pets. We get the volunteers, and PAWS trains them to be able to assist them. So that's just a little snippet of some of the unique opportunity volunteer programs that we offer. We want volunteers. We have our volunteer database is intergenerational. It starts at age 18 and it goes all the way up. We have volunteers as old as 85 who are out there doing things and connecting and doing all kinds of programs. So I encourage each and every one of you who are within the sound of my voice to try to volunteer for our program so that you too can get involved and help our older adults in New York City. Another asset of this program, we do corporate volunteer programs, and we are launching a pilot program, which is Adopt and Older Adult Centers, where we try to connect corporations with older adult centers and doing some type of project, whether it be beautification or tech coaching or something along the lines of some type of teaching aspect. So that's our volunteer program. And this slide basically tells you how you can connect. All you have to do is go to our website, which is www.nyc.gov, or basically you can call our contact center at that number I've been saying throughout, 212-244-6469, and they will tell you how to connect online to become a volunteer. You just have to create an account on our portal. For some of the volunteers, not all of the volunteer opportunities, a background check may be required. And then once that's done and you've gone through interviews and such, you will attend an orientation and information center. And then your final step, you begin volunteering. So all of those steps, it depends on which volunteer program or which volunteer opportunity that you choose. So we certainly hope that you will sign up. Okay, and this is in detail a slide of the various things that I just went into about each one of the programs. And I failed to neglect on New York Connects that it's person-centered counseling, and that they do offer that as an option. It's about public education. It's about outreach and care transition. You heard about Aging Connect. We have a hashtag Aging Connected that you can look for us on social media. We, meaning the agency, we are on Facebook. We tweet. Yes, we may be working with older adults, but we are trying to keep up with the 21st century. So you can reach out to us, or you cannot even deal with the technology. That's why we have the Aging Connect telephone number for those adults who just want to call and speak to a human being. Okay? When you call Aging Connect, and as you can see, it's about connecting older adults, caregivers, and professionals to age-inclusive programs, services, and opportunity. Now, when you call, please be prepared to provide your address and zip code so that the appropriate program and phone number can be provided to you. All our contracted programs, such as home delivered meals, home care, provide services in certain catchment areas. That's why it's key to have that zip code and address. And that's the best way that we can serve you. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns regarding any of the information I just shared with you, stay connected with the Department for the Aging by dialing 212-244-6469. I hope this has helped each and every one of you. Our brochure is in several languages. You name it, chances are it's on our website. And so that you can have the brochure listing all of the programs that I just reviewed so that you can look back on.
Perfect.